I'm going to save this conversation. There's a bit of chat in the papers this morning about Manchester United Colm, which we want to get you on before we let you back out into the production box there. James Ducker in the Irish Independent. United targeting Kane and Rice with incoming Ten Hag set for transfer war chest. And there's also chat about Calvin Phillips this morning as well. Like, they obviously Rice is a bit of a no-brainer. Harry Kane, as a Man United fan,
all day long. Walked into the studio this morning and Adrian said, is Kane not, I don't want to say it outright, but is he not a bit of a busted flush? I said, did you see him against Newcastle? It's not even Kane's goal scoring, it's his passing ability. Like, he has this kind of daisy cut pass that he does from right to left, usually to Son, who's the runner. And he just has so much to his game. Like, he loves dropping deep, he loves being a bit of a playmaker, but he's also an absolutely lethal finisher. You can tell with certain players that they're absolutely elite by the way they pass the ball, even if it's 5 yards. It's just the way, the crispness of all their passing, and like having it, you know, placing it in front of the player or to the player's feet, depending on the circumstance. And Kane is like that. Like, he's one of the most improved players throughout his career, because when he started, he was, you know, kind of a typical academy player. You thought he might be a bit of a Europa League Cup type striker, and eventually will leave Spurs, but he just gets better each season. And he had a low point under Nuno, but like, if he has a manager that he believes in, like Conte, he's unbelievable. I would take him at United over pretty much any striker, because he still has a good 2 or 3 years left of peak football in him. Yeah,
Declan Rice is the best signing though of those, isn't he? Like, in terms of his age, his role in the team.
Yeah, Declan Rice, I said it a few months ago and I got a bit of grief for it, but I'd stand by it. I think Declan Rice he's the best player in his position in the Premier League. I think it's probably less controversial now, because I think he has had a brilliant season, as have West Ham. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That would be like a transformational signing for United. You know, you could argue really United never really replaced Roy Keane. There probably isn't the Roy Keane type player in football anymore, because there really can't be. Michael Carrick was, you know, the most successful direct replacement, but Rice is probably the closest thing to Roy Keane. I think United desperately need something like that. I don't know if Ten Hag fancies him as much as United fans generally do, though, you know. But imagine those two, yeah, it'd be amazing. If I had to take one, I'd take Rice all day.
Are you pumped for Ten Hag?
No, I want Mauricio Pochettino. I've said it. I remember I came on AM the day after United got top of the league in January 2021 against Burnley, when they beat Burnley, and I still thought, I just don't think Solskjaer is right for the job long term. And I was like, go get Pochettino. I think he was available at the time, and they didn't. And yeah, I love him. I think people forget. I mean, I've been hearing it all week that we've been talking about various people on the show saying, you know, he's not doing great at PSG. Like, who's going to do great at PSG? Even if you win the Champions League with PSG, is it really that much of an achievement considering the players they have? And then if you win the French League, it doesn't really matter. So I would discount PSG. And in the latter part of his Spurs days, they needed to replenish the squad. He didn't have the money for it. Ran out of steam. But think about what he did for the first 3 or 4 years of his time with Spurs. He was absolutely brilliant, because Spurs were just an up and down team before that, and he made them consistently fantastic. And look at the demise of Dele Alli, even, you know, since Pochettino kind of eventually went out the door at Spurs. Dele's kind of followed him in the trajectory way further down, actually. So I would love him at United. Ten Hag, it's a fine compromise for me, but not as happy as I would have been without Poch.
Will Wayne Rooney manage United one day?
I think Solskjaer would definitely come back to manage him. Whether Rooney will do it.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, I think
like
he'll be
an
like
interim,
a Gus-hitting, firefighting
like
figure.
John Givens of
I'd say he'll do
Old
it 2 or 3 times. Rooney, I would say no. I don't think he will. I don't think he will manage United.
Oof. Somewhat controversial, is it?
Like, it's just going to be a very interesting path now over the next little while. Like, I mean, even the sort of where Manchester United see themselves in the pecking order of English football when they go and try and sign some of these players. Like, obviously, Roy Keane would have said it on Sky Sports a couple of years ago, just go and get Kane. That sort of sense that Manchester United can go and sign whoever. I'm not sure if that's necessarily true. Someone like Declan Rice, obviously, as you mentioned there, much more attainable given the club he plays for.
I'd actually still hold out hope for Pochettino after Ten Hag. Still could
That's
get him.
a bit delusional though, isn't it?
I mean, Jesus, like, look at the last 10 years. United managers can last anything from 8 months to 3 years.
You're just fishing in the barrel of, like, managers getting booted out of the Champions League
Yeah, but like the greatest thing about football is like you just have to wait a few weeks before someone else gets sacked.
That's right. Yeah,
you know, he'll be round again. He'll be back.
He'll be back.